and I grew up in the 40s, and I heard all these great speeches like Winston Churchill. His most famous or infamous commencement exercise speech was one that consisted of 7 words. He stood before this graduating class and said, "Never, never, 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 never give up." And then somebody else said, "Every day in every way I'm getting better and better." I didn't especially believe that about myself, but I said it every day and I made myself believe it, and it worked. But I persevered. I never gave up my dream to, quote, sing on the radio. And that dream came true in 1955.
Well, the finish we're using tonight is a Rubo Monocoat, if I'm saying that right. A lot of people have really been talking highly of this stuff. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. This is the actual finish, and this is the accelerator right here beside it. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. You can put this on without the accelerator. They say it takes like 20 days to cure after that. If you put the accelerator with it, they're saying 48 hours, which is really fast. And another reason I want to try this out is because you just have to put 1 coat on and that's it. Now in the past I've always used water locks as my finish, and you have to build up your coats over time, but sometimes 4 or 5 coats, and that takes up to a week sometimes. And this right here is just 1 coat and you're finished, and in 48 hours it's cured and ready to go. This stuff is also pretty expensive. This mixture, these 2 cans were right at $50 on Amazon. But if you just have to put on 1 coat, it's probably not a bad deal, because you'll go through a lot of water lots putting 4 or 5 coats on. That stuff ain't cheap either. And there's no VOCs at all in this stuff. And it doesn't stink at all. It's got like a herbal tea smell to it. It's got kind of a mustard color to it here, but this is the pure, so it's supposed to go on clear, but it does have kind of a mustard tint to it. Now we're going to be putting this on the bottom of the slab first. I always like to put my finish on the bottom first to get that over with. Then turn it over, and then you don't have to worry about that anymore, and you start worrying about the top, which is the most important part anyways. So we're going to mix this up here and start putting it on. This is my third attempt at making this recording here at the end of this build. The first two times Charky was in here eating stuff, and the last time I didn't hit the record button. So this is my fourth attempt, actually, not third, but fourth attempt. So we'll get it right this time. We're gonna stop here for the night, guys. We got the tabletop completely coated in the Rubio Monocoat, and it went out really well. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. I've never had a finish really not stink the shop up. Usually when I put water loss on something, you got to get out of here pretty fast because it burns your eyes and burns your throat and your lungs from smelling it. This stuff right here is really pleasant to be around. It's kind of like a scented candle it's burning in here. It's not bad at all. It's kind of expensive, but it pays off in the long run here if one coat's all you're going to need for a tabletop, because that's really going to speed up time. You're looking at usually putting 4 or 5 coats on a tabletop. That's sometimes a week. This stuff is one coat in 2 days, it's ready to go. So we'll see how this goes and see how it holds up. But we'll come back here in about 2 days, and I think it takes about 48 hours for this monocoat here to cure on the tabletop before we can actually start putting stuff on it and mounting other things to it. And we'll put the base on it, which is going to be 2 steel table legs. I think it's going to look really good. And if you guys on Instagram, look me up on there, because I'm doing Instagram stories every day here in the shop. A lot of stuff never makes it to YouTube. I'm putting on there. So look up Out of the Woods Forestry on Instagram and catch me on there also if you want to see what's going to happen before the video comes out. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that like button. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below, and we'll see you guys here in a few days and hopefully have this table finished up.